Objects, especially a ball, absorb force when they contact the ground. Let's use squeeze and stretch at the contact points to show that absorption. In the layer line, go to Contents, Ellipse, Transform Ellipse to change the shape of the object. Use Scale for this example. Initiate the keyframes on the Scale layer line by clicking on the stopwatch. To see only dimensions with keyframes on them, press U with the layer line selected. Now I only see dimensions that have keyframes. This gives you an uncluttered view of your action. Make sure that the scale dimension is unlinked by clicking on the link box next to the numerical value. It is unlinked if the box is blank. Now vertical and horizontal scale can be adjusted independently. Jump to the first contact point by using the forward arrow on the Y-axis dimension line. Zoom in so that we can make frame-by-frame adjustments. Make a keyframe at the contact point by clicking on the keyframe diamond. Move the playhead back one frame and create another keyframe. The point just before contact should be 100%. If you were just to make one keyframe at the contact point, the ball would spend all of its time in the air, slowly transforming. For a sudden change at impact, we need at least 2 keyframes. At the contact point, stretch the ball to 130%. Advance the playhead one frame. As the ball absorbs contact, it's going to reform, so the next keyframe will be 125%. Move it forward 115%. Then move it forward again and 100% as it lifts off the ground. In subsequent bounces, the force is less because the bounces are lower and the ball is absorbing this contact. So I'm going to reduce the amount of stretch at the point of contact. At the next point of contact, the stretch will be 120%. Advance the playhead a frame by holding down Command and using the keyboard arrow keys. Next frame, 115%. Forward 1, 110%. Forward 1, 105%. The last one, 100%, as it reforms in the air. Go to the last point of contact of the ball with the ground and add some keyframes. This time, even less of a transformation. Zoom back out to preview. Press spacebar to play and stop the preview. The initial 2 transformations at the first points of contact happen a bit too fast to notice. So I'm going to draw a selection box with the selection tool arrow around all the keyframes at one point of contact, except the first one. I want to extend the amount of time it takes for the action, but not change the action fundamentally. So hold down Option and pull out the keyframes further apart. Lastly, I want to add a bit of roll to my ball to carry its momentum forward. Add a position keyframe along the x-axis dimension after the last bounce. Press spacebar to preview the action. Now our ball has some transformation on its bounce, adding to the gravity effect.